So the other thing that keeps me motivated is really remembering how hard it was before God. Like, a lot of people can look at my life before God and see the glitz and the glamour and the shine and the fun and all of that. But the truth is that there are times that's just surface. I remember there's 2 times where people would be like, oh my gosh, your life was amazing. The first time was when I was drafted to the WNBA. This is a lifelong dream. Yeah. I'm sitting there. The league had flown me to the draft location. I think it was in New York. It was a long time ago. But the league had flown me there, put me up in a hotel. I'm sitting waiting in the room to hear my name called. I get drafted 2nd overall, and I go up on stage. They're taking all these pictures. I talk to the GM and all this fanfare and all this stuff, right? And then at the end of the day, I go back to the hotel that they paid for, a really nice hotel, and I'm laying in my bed, and I'm just thinking about the day, and I'm like, man, I just achieved my lifelong dream here, and I'm still the same person. I thought I would feel like enough, but I don't. I still feel like the same person. And then several years later, I had retired from the WNBA, and I go back to Vanderbilt, and they tell me they're going to retire my jersey. And so I go, and they retire my jersey. It's hanging from the rafters at Vanderbilt in the gym, and in front of thousands of people. They're all cheering, standing ovation. All my old teammates are on the floor, And I'm like, this is amazing. And then same thing, I go back to the hotel, and I'm like, I don't feel like enough still. And I remember crying myself to sleep that night. And I'm just like, man, I had just had one of the most amazing experiences of my life, but I still don't feel like enough. And I think it's remembering those times, because I remember the day I got baptized, and it was not a lot of fanfare. There was no cameras there, but cell phones, there was nothing, but there was a small group of people from church. None of them were famous. It was nothing as far as the world would consider, or compared to my jersey being retired or the being drafted. But I remember going home that night when everyone went home, and I was laying in my bed, and I was like, wow, I finally feel like enough. I finally, I am peaceful. Right. This is amazing. And so it's remembering that, and knowing that I'm in the part of the AMS ministry, a creatives ministry, and we reach out to a lot of people in the industry who have that glamorous life, who have that shine and that sparkle, but remembering that no matter how good their life looks on the outside, that if they don't have God, they are lonely. They are not joyful. They have to go home and take off all the makeup and all the clothes and all the cars and all the fans and all the groupies and all the sex and all that goes away when they're laying in bed by themselves. And if they don't have God, then they're not happy. And that's how I stay motivated.
I love that answer.